Hey guys, Batz7 here, back for another video, and today we're going to be doing our Q&A, our very anticipated Q&A that was anticipated for like a day. And you guys did not disappoint. I got like a sheet of paper. It's like double-sided here with questions. Oh my god, it's crazy. I wrote it all down, and yeah, awesome. Before we get into like individual questions from you guys, I just wanted to address the two main questions that were asked to me, and I gotta say they were asked a good bit. Number one was a face reveal, and number two was my in real life name. Face reveal, I'm gonna save that for 1,000 subscribers. I think we're getting pretty good. You know, we're almost at 400 now, and the way I want to think about it is that back when I had my first channel anniversary back in February of 2014. I had a little bit under 100. I was at like 96, 97, and I got 100 just after my channel anniversary, which is February 1st. Now, we're almost at my second channel anniversary, which is coming up, once again, February 1st of this year. And guys, we have like almost quadrupled that amount. Like, we're almost at 400 now, so like, it's crazy. So I think by next February, not this one, but next February in 2016, I think we could definitely make 1,000 subscribers. I think it's totally possible. So, yeah, that's when I'll do a face reveal. You know, that will be a special occasion for 1,000. Share it to your friends, you know, try to get me subscribers and cool stuff like that if you want to see my face, I guess. If that's what you want to see, then I'll do it for 1,000 subscribers. I think it's a really big monumental goal, and I think that would be a great time to do it. So I'm not just going to do it for any old purpose. I'll do it for 1,000 subscribers because that would be a great time, I think, to kind of do that. My in real life name, well, alright, well, I like you guys think of me as Batz because it's like, kind of like my alter ego, right? I get to be me in the day and then, come home and do videos for you guys, and my personality is basically the same, but I get to be all goofy and fun with you guys, and I think that's like kind of cool, and I like for you guys to know me as Batz. But if you really want to know my name, if that's important to you, my name is, there you go, there, you know, there you go, that's what it is. So yeah. Now, to get into the actual questions, first person who asked me a couple questions is Brickmaster709. First thing he asked was, how did you choose your name? Well, Batz was sort of like a, I'd like to say it's almost like a nickname to me when I was a kid. It wasn't like a really popular nickname, it was just kind of like in between the family. It was one of the nicknames. It wasn't my main one, but you know, it was kind of like a family nickname, or between me and my parents and a couple cousins and stuff. That's kind of how it was. But yeah, that was Batz, and then my dad actually set up my account. It wasn't me. I was 12 back when I got that, because it was 4 years ago. So I was 12 at the time, and yeah, so he was setting it up, and he made my account for me, and he picked the numbers. I just, you know, if I had my way, I would have had it Batz10. So, you know, there's Batz0867 has a better ring to it than Batz10. Honestly, when I put it in my head, maybe I'm just used to having Batz0867, but you know, but those numbers are more significant to my dad than they are to me. I'm not going to go into why they're significant to my dad. That's not my story to tell. It's kind of his. So, you know, I don't want to, you know, tell a story about him if he doesn't want me to. So I'll leave it at that. So yeah, Batz was nickname, numbers he chose, and here we are. Yeah. Next, he asked me, why did you start the Adventures? Adventures was a series. It was the first series I ever had on my channel, and hopefully it will be here for a long time. But yeah, the Adventures was just a series I wanted to do where really it was just kind of just for fun. I wanted to have a series where I could do every week or 2 weeks, and I just have like a villain, and I have to, you know, try to stop him and stuff. And then eventually in episode 3, Night Stalker died, quote unquote. He didn't actually die. But yeah, I needed to have a new villain, and then I made the Protectors. I secretly made them evil and had their, you know, they took over. They were fake. They had the actual good Protectors were locked away, all that stuff. And then at the end of season 1, I brought back Night Stalker because I didn't want to make another villain. That was my whole process. So yeah, I kind of made the Adventures just for the fun of it, and it's turned into a series that you guys love. So I gotta say, it's awesome to do. Next question he asked, do you think Batman will be good in Marvel? That's a really good question. No, I don't think he would be great in Marvel. He'd be okay, I guess, but I don't think he'd be like that good in Marvel. The reason for that, like even in the cinematic universe alone, let's just kind of look at this for a second here. DC, they're more of a darker movie type franchise. Think about that like that. And Marvel is more fun, kind of fun cinematic universe. They make jokes, they have fun, it's all that stuff. It's funny. Batman wouldn't really fit well in Marvel Cinematic Universe because, well, Marvel can make movies serious, but they normally have jokes and stuff evolved into them. And there's funny parts to the movie. It can be serious, but there's also really funny parts as well. And last time we had a really serious, completely serious Marvel movie, I'm pretty sure it was Daredevil. If you can correct me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it was Daredevil, and that turned out terribly. For DC, the last time they had a really fun and movie like that, and they had made jokes all the time, Green Lantern and also Batman and Robin. You're seeing my point here, I'm guessing. You're seeing my point, So, just in the movie cinematic universe alone, I think Batman would not fit in with Marvel very well because he's, Marvel can make Spider-Man, and Iron Man, and Captain America. They can make all of them fun. Batman, if you try to do that, you end up with Batman and Robin. That's the best way I can put it. Comic-wise, I just love, I absolutely just, love what they're doing with the comics now with Batman, and I think he's good where he is, honestly. I think he's good where he is, and, Batman, I just prefer him in DC. I think all of us would, but, you kind of asked, will he be good in Marvel? That was the question, so, he'd be okay. It depends on what they do with him. You don't really know until it actually happens, but I hope he stays in DC, and, yeah, I think he'd be best in DC, I think that'd be the best thing for him. So I think he'd be in Marvel. I don't think he'd be like awesome, but I don't think he would be like really, really bad, but he'd be alright. Okay, next my good buddy XXWolf55XX asked me, what inspired you to start YouTube? Okay, I like this question. This is a good question. Thanks, Will. Basically my friend LGPon234, he came to me one day and he said he had a YouTube channel. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, like back when I was way back when. I think it was, it was like I'm almost at my second year now, so it's about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And so he made his around December, his YouTube channel, I think. December, November, I don't know. Anyway, it might have been January. I don't remember the date. I can't remember the date of his channel. But he came to me and he said, "Yeah, I have a YouTube channel." I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I was like, "Man, I want to do that." And he was like encouraging me to do it, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it. So I went home, and I actually took, it's going to sound really pathetic. I took my camera, and I took an old, what was it? I had like a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sewer layer set that would like fold up into like this big box. I had that, and I stacked a bunch of books on it, and I put the camera on top so it was pointed directly at the screen, because I didn't know we had a camera stand at the time. And and I made my first video on it, and it was pretty funny. So LGPon234 inspired me to do YouTube. He doesn't upload on his channel very much anymore. LG, you gotta upload. If you're watching this, you gotta upload again. But yeah, he's really busy, and he doesn't really have time for it anymore. But that was what inspired me to do YouTube. So thank you, LG, for inspiring me to do YouTube. And you definitely inspired me to do an awesome experience, I must say. Next, he asks, how did you meet me and Gotham Bat? They know this story. Will just asked me because he wants you guys to know. So thanks, Will, for that. I really do want to tell the story because you guys, if you've been watching some of my recent videos, Will and Gotham Bat just kind of popped up. Like, you don't really know where they came from. Well, Gotham Bat's been around for a good while. Back in my video, Playing with Subscribers, it was him and another guy, Bubba, who messaged me. And they said they were fans and asked if they wanted to play with me. Now, Gotham Bat, he watched my channel and he liked my Batcave map. My Batcave map, he liked it and he thought it was really cool. Bubba hadn't watched my channel, I don't think, because he didn't know how many subscribers I had. I had a little bit, I had around the 80s at the time they messaged me. Anyway, it was the funniest thing because it's probably the funniest subscriber encounter I've had to this day. But yeah, it was hilarious because, what happened was Gotham was just chill. He was like, oh hey, oh my god, you joined the party. He was surprised, but he wasn't like freaking out. Bubba was hyperventilating. He thought I was like a 1,000,000 subscriber famous YouTube guy. Oh my god, I was dying. I was like, wait, hold on, what? And he was like freaking out, and then Gotham was just like, sup? And then Bubba was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, he's in the party. And it was so funny. I gotta say, it was hilarious. Anyway, Gotham was still surprised that I joined the party, but it was just funny because Bubba thought I was like 1,000,000 subscriber YouTube hotshot. It was actually so funny. And yeah, it was hilarious to this day. And anyway, at the end of my video playing with subscribers, they asked if I could keep them on their friend, like I had to add them to play with them, and they asked if they could stay on my friends list. And they were really cool, and like this is where my rule kind of came in, where I don't add subscribers, because after I added them and I said I'd keep them added, I told my friends, like, dude, you can't do that, because every subscriber is going to want to be asking, so this is why I don't do it anymore, because for that reason. And yeah, so I don't add subscribers for that reason anymore, because so many of you guys now asking. I fill up my friends list with random people, and not that you guys, I don't want to have all you guys added. If I could, I would. I honestly would. I would add all of you, but I sadly can't, because you only have a max of 100 friends. So anyway, yeah, that's what happened. And then I kept them added, and me and Gotham bonded over Batcave maps and Batman stuff. I remember Bubba would be in the party, and he'd just be like, can you guys stop talking about Batman? Because we just rant on and we'd be asking each other questions. It was so cool to kind of have, a friend around who had a similar interest, or same level of interest as Batman, like myself. So it was really awesome. And anyway, so I kept them around because, they started becoming my friends. And yeah, it was awesome. And then we started playing mini games together. It was just fun. I didn't record some of it. I tried recording sometimes, but it didn't really work. We played Hunger Games together. We did a bunch of stuff you guys didn't really see. And anyway, then after that, Bubba kind of started moving and transitioning over to PlayStation. And see, me and Gotham can't connect. So Bubba was, the person who had us. We were connected together, me and Gotham. So me and Gotham couldn't talk even if Bubba left, which was sad because we were like the Three Musketeers at the time, and then Bubba had to go and choose PlayStation. But that's okay. I respect his decision to go play PlayStation. And anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And then Will came around the summer, shortly after Bubba, came out less and less, because I remember Bubba met Will like a couple times, and then he just stopped coming on. And anyway, Will then became that middleman who connected me and Gotham, and then we all started talking. Will also had an interest for Batman, and then me, Will, and Gotham all had Gotham Cities, and it was really cool. I think we were connected because one of our friends at the time, he told Gotham that there was someone who wanted to meet me or him or both of us or something, because he knew we had Gotham Cities. Anyway, but yeah, so that was Will. The guy who wanted to meet us was Will. And I actually didn't meet him till later. Gotham met him first, and then we kept trying to connect and meet up, but he was offline whenever I go online for like the couple times that we tried to hook it up. And anyway, we eventually met each other, and now we're all best friends, Three Musketeers, woohoo, yeah, Gotham City Bros, all that cool stuff. So yeah, now we're helping each other out, and it's all awesome. So that's how I met Will and Gotham Bat. So they're in my videos now, and you guys should expect them to be in videos to come, because they have become really good friends of mine. So yeah. He also asked me, will you do a Justice League series? Well, I could do a season involving Justice League for my series. See, my series, like I said, is old Bruce Wayne talking about, his adventures as Batman. So Justice League could be brought up. I could have a season where I could do all Justice League, because I'm probably going to have, my first season is going to be like all the villains and stuff. So the second season could easily be Justice League, but we'll have to see, we'll have to see. I don't know if I do a separate series just for Justice League, but I would definitely make a season to do Justice League if a lot of people wanted me to do it. So yeah, we'll have to see. Next, we got Camouflage 56, and he says, what is your favorite color? This is a good story. Back when I was younger, I really liked the color purple. And I liked it so much, I used to carry around a purple crayon every piece of thing I colored was purple. Like, you know, I was always carrying a purple crayon, and it was actually the funniest thing because I used to go around, I used to go purple, purple. You know, it was so funny. It's a funny story, and I love telling people. Anyway, so yeah, that's still kind of my favorite color to this day. And you know, some of you guys may be like, "Oh yeah, you like purple? Yeah, it's girly color." No, I don't mean girly purple. I mean like hardcore, manly, rock, hardcore to the max, dark, deep purple. I mean that purple, not the girly one, the cool one. The, you know, purple. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's one of my favorite colors. I gotta say, purple is one of them still to this day because you know, from me liking it from a child, I still like it today. But yeah, I also like blue and black and stuff and gray because I you know, that's mostly the type of color shirts and stuff I wear. I don't really wear like red or orange or anything or yellow. I wear like more darker colors like blue, you know, black, gray. I think the exception would be like you know, a purple shirt every now and again would be like the lightest I go for color wise for wearing shirts. But yeah, so you know, that's my favorite color or colors. And yeah. Now we got Camouflage also said, what is your favorite place you visited? I visited a good few places. I liked New York. New York was kind of cool. It was a little bit crowded and stuff, and you know, it was a bit different. It was very crowded than what I've normally been used to going on trips. But it was definitely a cool experience. I went on a comic book type tour, and I learned some stuff about New York. Talked about some of the movies and stuff like that, and I actually learned that Batman is responsible. The '60s TV show is responsible for, you know, for keeping the comic books alive, because people started actually losing interest in superheroes until the point of when that show came out. And anyway, so when that show came out, it brought the interest back for superheroes, and then you know, everyone started, you know, enjoying comics again. So Batman was partially responsible for bringing back the comic book industry, which is actually amazing to hear. I also got to see the office of Bob Kane, the outside of it. I didn't actually go inside, but I got to see where his old building used to be, where he used to do sketches of Batman and all that cool stuff. So it was definitely an awesome experience. And I've also been to you know, places like Houston, Florida, and it's you know, there's a bunch of places, but I gotta say New York was the coolest, in the fact that I got to see a lot of different things like the Empire State Building, and you know, there's a bunch of different landmarks I got to see, and it was actually amazing to see. So yeah, I'd say New York was probably one of my favorites. Next we got the Bat 1926. He's got a good few questions. He says, when will you show your new Wayne Manor and Batcave? I'm a little bit behind now, actually. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am a little bit behind. And, you know, I've been talking to Gotham, Bat, and Will, and I might be doing a third island, which is going to throw me back. Plus, Arkham Asylum is really not going how I want. I don't like how it looks, and I might have to redo it. Like, I haven't got it finished yet. I only got the outside done, but I want to redo it really badly. And, you know, Arkham Asylum's kind of put me back, plus the third island part, and yeah, so, you know, I might be a little bit longer than anticipated, but, you know, when it starts getting really close to showing you guys, I'll let you guys know. So, yeah. Did you like 60s Batman? Yes, I did. I actually got the box set for Christmas, collectible trading cards, Hot Wheels, toy Batmobile, all that cool stuff. Anyway, yeah, so, I do like 60s Batman. It's so corny. I remember one of the scenes I was watching from Season 3, and, you know, there's a villain who is in Wayne Industries and hypnotizes Batman to, or mind controls Bruce Wayne, to give over all the money and to the villain. I'm not going to give away who it is or anything, but, yeah, so, you know, Bruce Wayne gets manipulated into giving away all his money and all, you know, the deed to his house and building and everything to this villain. And anyway, it was actually so funny because it's so corny, and it makes me laugh sometimes, because what had actually happened is he was in his office and he went up to a painting, and you know how you always got like the safe behind the painting? He had a painting of a safe, and he moved the painting out of the way, and behind it was his actual safe. It was the funniest thing. I was like, what? I was like, okay, they're trying now. They're trying to be corny, but like, that show was so corny and fun. I gotta say, it's kind of nice for a change to see something that was so corny and fun, and that didn't, you know, wasn't super bad. Batman Robin. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see something so fun and stuff with Batman. It was kind of cool. Just to kind of get a change from all the dark and grittiness. Even though I do love the dark and grittiness with Batman. Do you like Teen Titans Go? Not better than Teen Titans, the actual show, but Teen Titans Go, some of their skits are pretty funny. I don't find all of it hilarious, but it is pretty good. It's not the worst show ever. It's a funny DC TV show. We don't get very many of those, and I gotta say it's doing pretty good. So I gotta say I like the Robin jokes because they actually bring up. There's one episode I saw the preview for, and it was like all the Robins. Like there was like 4 of the Robins. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't need you guys because I got Team Robin or something." It was pretty funny. They brought back like they had Tim Drake Robin, Jason Todd Robin, and Carrie Kelly Robin. It was pretty funny. So yeah, and next question: can you play Batman Arkham Knight when it comes out? I can definitely do that. I may have to make like a little blooper reel. I'm having voice cracks. May have to have like a blooper reel because I can't really show cutscenes and stuff. With past experiences with DC games and whatnot. And it's, games owned by Warner Bros. Not really working out for me, and I always get flagged for copyright just for having like a cutscene or music in it or something. So what I'm gonna do is I might just do a video with all the funny moments. I'll play through the game and I'll have some funny moments and I'll cut them all out for you guys and put them into a little blooper reel. That's what I wanted to do for the Cold Heart DLC, but sadly I wasn't able to do it with the problems that happened over the summer. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so I can definitely do Arkham Knight, but I can't do a full playthrough of the game, but I can definitely do some funny parts and stuff like that for Batman Arkham Knight. He also says, this is the last question here, will you make a Minecraft Batman movie? It's completely possible. I've been thinking about doing short movies of either doing Nightfall storyline. I might only do like a scene from Nightfall, the scene where Bane shows up at his house and then fights them and then breaks his back. I'm not gonna doing the whole comic would be really hard because there's all these different scenes and you got him fighting all these different villains, wearing Batman down. But I might do like part of a short movie for Nightfall, and I was also thinking about doing the storyline Hush. Hush is another one of my favorite storylines, and has really great art. And yeah, so it's definitely possible that I would do a Minecraft Batman movie. I might base it off the comics though, like do a little thing like that. But yeah. Definitely possible that I can do a Minecraft Batman movie. Okay, so Nugget Movies 03. He asked me DC or Marvel. DC. Definitely DC. Now I have been asked this question before. Like, if Batman wasn't on DC, who would you pick? And I pulled the card that I told you about earlier with the Batman show, and I was like, well, if Batman wasn't around, then there would be no comics because he saved the comic book industry. I pulled that card on them, and then they shut up. But honestly, if Batman wasn't on DC, I would honestly be on Marvel. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Spider-Man as a kid was my second favorite superhero. Obviously, Spider-Man could not compare to Batman in my mind, but he was definitely my second favorite superhero. And yeah. So now Batman is like, he's a lot higher scale than he was before on my list, because before it was like Spider-Man was like second, Batman was like first. Now Batman's like mega first and Spider-Man's still second. So it's like, Batman's really high up there. But yeah, honestly, if Batman was not on DC, I would have to pick probably Marvel, even though DC does have some amazing characters. Just for like the way I've organized my favorite superhero list, I would end up probably being on Marvel without Batman, to be honest. He also asked my favorite food. Tacos. Definitely tacos. Love tacos. They're just awesome. Yeah. Hard shell. Anyway, anyone wants to know hard shell. And yeah. Favorite color. Oh yeah, someone already asked that. When are you planning on doing your next Gotham City tour? That was also asked as well. Someone asked when I was going to do my next, my new Wayne Manor and Batcave. So that question was already asked as well. And that was his last question. So, yeah. Now we're on to questions from one of my other friends, WhiteBump538. He asked, why aren't I in any of your videos? You were in one of them, the Call of Duty blooper reel. I don't know. We'll set something up, White Bump. Don't worry. We'll set something up. I promise. We'll do another blooper reel video with Game Master and Zombie Dog. It'll be good fun. He also asks, how do you make your hair so damn sexy? I don't know. I guess I just I hear that question a lot. Yeah, corny joke. Yeah, that was for you, White Bump. That was for you, buddy. Yeah, he appreciates my corny jokes. He does some as well. So I had to do that. But anyway, yeah. Gel. That's how I make my hair look amazing. You guys you can't see it, but he knows me in real life. So gel. Okay. Next set of questions. These are from Gotham Batz 759. My good buddy GB. What's going on, GB? First thing he says is top 10 Justice League members. Oh god, here we go. Okay. First one, Batman, obviously. Superman's number 2. I'd say number 3 would be Wonder Woman. They're like the 3 mains, so you gotta have them on your top 3. Next I'd have Flash. The show's giving me a great appreciation for Flash, so I'd put him over Green Lantern. Next, Green Lantern. After that, I'd say Martian Manhunter. Then Aquaman. Aquaman, even though he is a little bit lower on my list, he's not at the very bottom or anything. He's still a pretty cool character. I like Zatanna as well. Zatanna's pretty cool in the Justice League. Then I might say Red Tornado, I guess. Red Tornado would be a good character. And my final one, maybe Hawkman. I would say Hawkgirl, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about her from the Justice League show, so, I'll just say Hawkman. Hawkman would be a pretty good Justice League member. So those are my top 10 JLA members. Who would have in my... If I had a Justice League, that's who I would have. Oh, Cyborg. How did I forget Cyborg? God. I'll take Red Tornado out. I'll put Cyborg in. Cyborg would be... I was thinking of him as Teen Titans, but if he was in the Justice League, I would put him at a pretty good rank. Okay. Next, he says, what are your plans for your Batman series? Well, I already kind of talked about this. I discussed my Batman series, fact of old Bruce Wayne, talking about his old stories, all that stuff. And yeah, so that's kind of my plans for it. I'm hoping to have maybe 2 seasons. One with being Gotham with the villains, and now that, Will's brought it up, probably one with Justice League missions and stuff as well. His reflection on his times as being in the Justice League. So, yeah, I'd say I might have around 2 seasons. It'll go good, and what I'm hopefully going to try to do is record all the episodes ahead of time, and then not record them, one at a time. I'll record them all, and then over, the span of, 2 months or something, I'll start uploading them, weekly, and then depending on how many episodes I have, of course, you'll have a certain amount of, if I upload one every week is what I'm trying to say, that depends on how many episodes I have. So if I have 8 episodes, it'd be a span of 2 months. That's pretty much what I'm saying. But I'm probably going to have more than 8 episodes for sure in each season. What is your personal love interest for Batman? Catwoman, Wonder Woman, or Talia? I have different preferences on those. Okay. Animated series, I'd say Wonder Woman, because in Justice League, Wonder Woman and Batman kind of play around a lot, and I gotta say that was kind of good, and it brought Batman out of his comfort zone to, actually have to sing for Wonder Woman. That kind of shows that he cares about her, and I gotta say Wonder Woman would be my top pick for the animated series. And Catwoman and Talia would be kind of tied, because they were both kind of villains, but they both, were falling in love with Batman. So, yeah, but I'd say overall I'd pick Wonder Woman for the animated series. For the comics, I would say Catwoman. Talia was evil. She manipulated Bruce Wayne and, made him make love to her and then have Damian. It was just completely crazy. And then, Wonder Woman in the comics right now in New 52, she's with Superman. I'm cool with that. So, Catwoman for the comics. Animated series, I would have to say Wonder Woman, just because they had a thing going on. And, yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Arkham games. I'll pick one for the Arkham games. Arkham games, I think Talia. Talia looked like she was really into Bruce more than Catwoman. Catwoman would be my second, and Wonder Woman was not even in the Arkham games, so she's out of the picture completely. But I think it would go Talia than Catwoman in my preference, because Talia seemed like she cared for Batman a lot in the Arkham games, and I think she would be my top pick for the Arkham games. So each person got their own. I got my own preference for each. So Talia would be top pick for Arkham games, Wonder Woman for the animated series / Justice League, and Catwoman for the comics. That's my preference. You can guys let me know what you would prefer down below. Next, What villains do you wish to see in Batman Arkham Knight? How would they fit in the game? Man, Gotham, you are giving really specific questions here. What villains do I wish to see in Batman Arkham Knight? Everyone but Joker. I'm gonna be brutally honest. This is a spoiler coming up. Okay, Joker was in the first one. I was cool with that. He was in the second one. You know, Hugo Strange's supposed to be main villain. You know, then the Joker kills Talia. You know, I was okay with that. I was like, okay, well, it's fine. You know, he's pushing him a little bit up there, but alright. Then, Arkham Origins came. Black Mask was supposed to be the main villain, and Joker looked like a hired assassin. Then just randomly out of nowhere, Joker's like, "Sup, I'm posing as Black Mask, and yeah, Black Mask is captured by me, and you know, everything's fake." I'm just like, what? Oh my god, no. And they kind of use him as like a publicity stunt, almost, like they try to make it so that, you know, Joker is the main guy in the game, you gotta like the game. That's kind of how they pulled, and I didn't agree with that, honestly. I really did not agree with that. But the game was really good overall, but that was the one thing I did not like about it, was that Joker was secretly, you know, pretending to be Black Mask. That bugged me. And yeah, so I kind of wish that Joker wasn't in this next game. I love Joker. He's my favorite Batman villain by far. He's crazy. He's awesome. He's a lovable villain character that everyone gets to like. But I just honestly think that I'd like to see more, you know, respect for other villains in the Batman mythos. As someone who's liked Batman as long as I have shown respect for, you know, a lot of different Batman villains, not just Joker. So I'd like to see some of the other some of the other villains, such as Man-Bat. You know, we haven't seen him yet. We haven't actually seen Ventriloquist. We've seen Scarface, but Joker was, you know, puppeting him, so, you know, I guess Joker replaced Scarface too. He replaced Ventriloquist in Arkham Asylum, but I kind of wish he was in the game. But I heard Arkham Knight is supposed to have one of the biggest rogues galleries in the game, which is going out of all the games, I should say, and that's going to be awesome, I think, because I really hope all the villains kind of like band together to try to take down Batman, like all of his villains. That would be amazing. Like, I don't even care if like Penny Plunder is in there. Like, it'd just be a good game overall if you got all the villains and just like they all went in at the very end just to try to beat Batman. And Batman, you had this big old fight at the end trying to like fight off all the villains. And I just think that would be amazing. It's kind of like in that episode of The Batman where he has to fight all his villains when they all get captured by, I forget who captured them. Anyway, I just think that'd be really cool, and I think that's my way of fitting them into the game. Just at the end, you just have this big old like clash between all the villains. It'd be sick. It'd be amazing. Can you do Arkham Origins Online? I played this with him. This is why he's asking this, Gotham. He's asking me this because me and him and Will and a few others play on this like a lot. So yeah, I can definitely do that, Gotham. We can do a little video on it. We can do multiple if you want. You know, whatever. I think he just wants to be in a video. I think that's what he's getting at. Yeah, sure, Gotham. I'll do Arkham Origins Online if you want. Who is my favorite Joker impression? Ledger or Hamill? Hamill. Hamill's my favorite. Ledger is pretty awesome. I'm trying to learn how to do Hamill, actually, how to do Mark Hamill Joker. I'm sort of getting there, I guess. But I can do a decent Heath Ledger, I've been told. But yeah, I'm trying to practice Mark Hamill. But I gotta say, my favorite Joker would definitely be Mark Hamill. And that's why I'm trying to kind of learn how to do his voice, because I think that'd be so cool to do. And yeah, definitely, you know, Hamill. And then I'd say Troy Baker's good as well. Troy Baker's pretty good. He does a really close impression to Mark Hamill, so I gotta say he was a really good pick for Arkham Origins to voice Joker. And yeah, so I definitely pick Hamill. Yeah, but Ledger is still amazing. He did amazing work in The Dark Knight, and I gotta say he was really good as well. But if I had to pick one, it would be Mark Hamill. Okay, last question of the video. I'm sorry this has been going a little bit long, guys, but you know, I'm sure you guys want to know the answers to some of these questions. Okay, so Isaac Cat Games Builds and Gameplays asked me, everyone was probably wondering, who's your favorite superhero? I couldn't tell if he was being sarcastic with this or not. I really hope he was. It's pretty funny. When I read it, I was like, okay, he's either being sarcastic or he really doesn't know. But I'm pretty sure he's being sarcastic. I hope he is, 'cause that's pretty funny. Superman. No, I'm joking. It's Batman. It's obviously Batman, guys. I thought I'd put that question at the end because it's like the most simple one there, and it's yeah, I was pretty. I took it as pretty sarcastic and funny. I thought it was like, oh yeah, everyone's probably wondering when no one is, because you guys automatically assume it's probably Batman. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. It was really fun to do. I loved getting so many comments and stuff like that. If I missed any of yours, I apologize. I was probably making the video. That's why I missed some of yours. Any comments that you guys put in there. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my channel if you already haven't. Subscribe, like, all that cool stuff. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.